He has been impeached twice. Tried to block the peaceful transfer of power after losing the 2020 presidential election. Faces multiple criminal charges in multiple criminal cases. And his critics warn that he plans to rule as an autocrat. But Donald Trump may still return to the White House. Trump leads his rivals by nearly 40 percentage points for the Republican presidential nomination. According to the latest Ipsos poll of Republican voters, it's a remarkable turnaround for a one-term president who appeared defeated and humiliated 3 years ago. Trump has pleaded not guilty to the criminal cases filed against him and said these cases are politically motivated. Trump is also moving closer to clinching the Republican nomination after his landslide victory on January 15 in Iowa, the first Republican-nominated state. Ron DeSantis, one of his few remaining rivals, to drop out of the race and forced former U.S. There are 4 reasons why Trump will win the November 2024 election against Democratic incumbent Joe Biden. Happy voters. The Biden White House says the economy is in good shape. Unemployment has fallen from 6.3% when Trump left office to 3.7%, a near historical low, and inflation is at 3.7% as of December, down from a peak of over 9% in June 2022. He argues that it fell to 3.4%. Much of the public, including many voters of color and young voters, thinks otherwise. They point out that wages are not keeping up with the costs of basic goods and services such as food, cars, homes, children and elderly care. When Biden talks about the economy, Americans think of affordability, not economic indicators. Opinion polls show that voters see Republicans by wide margins as better stewards of the economy, even though Trump has offered only vague proposals. Speaking with fear, voters are uneasy for reasons that extend far beyond economics. Trump speaks to concerns, real or not, that many white Americans have in a country that is increasingly diverse and culturally progressive. There is also widespread sense losing ground that the cornerstones of American life, homeownership, a decent wage that keeps pace with inflation, college education, are increasingly out of reach for many. Polls show voters are concerned about crime and unsettled by the influx of immigrants crossing the U.S. Mexico border illegally. Trump is adept at channeling and packaging these fears while presenting himself as an outsider to the U.S. political system. He is both an arsonist and a firefighter. He declares that the country is in chaos and then presents himself as the savior. Trump's actions do not disqualify many voters, although critics within his own party, the Democratic Party and the media, deem him unfit for office. Millions of voters disagree. At least half of Republicans polled by Ipsos earlier this year said they would have no problem voting for Trump even if he was convicted of a crime. Trump can also point to his 4 years in office and claim that, despite fears that H.